All Skookum Kids job descriptions include a list of requirements, qualities that are going to be necessary to be successful in that job. Some of them are job specific, so they're things you need just to do that specific job, but there's a few qualifications that appear on every single job description that we write. For example, one that's on all of our job descriptions is access to reliable work computer. We're a bring your own device workplace, so if you come to work without a machine to work on, you're going to be pretty helpless. Another qualification that appears on all of our job descriptions is a growth mindset. A growth mindset is a perpetual acknowledgement that a person's skills, a person's understanding of the world is still in development. A growth mindset is a strong desire to be accurate, not a desire to be right, but to be accurate. A growth mindset looks like curiosity in the face of criticism. It looks like an eagerness to learn, not just a willingness to learn, but an eagerness to learn. A person with a growth mindset understands that criticism and correction are not the same thing. See, it's no fun to be wrong for anyone. When we are wrong, when we lose at a game, or we make an incorrect prediction about the future, or we overlook something, it's uncomfortable. And when we experience a failure because we have been wrong, in order to avoid the pain associated with that being wrongness, human nature tends to blame circumstances and not our decisions. So it is the default setting for a human to say, I got dealt a bad hand, or the circumstances were really hard, not I should have made these different decisions and that would have resulted in a better outcome. And we do that because of the pain we experience when we are wrong. In order to lessen that pain, we just by nature blame our circumstances. If it's the circumstances' fault, then I wasn't wrong, and it's much less painful that way. The problem is it's also an impediment to learning. Doing that, blaming the circumstances, prevents a person from extracting any of the available learning from a mistake. If it wasn't a mistake, there's nothing to learn, and that is why people repeat mistakes, because they explain their mistakes away as the product of bad circumstances, and so they don't learn, even when they pile up many different repeated mistakes over and over again. The alternative to that, which is very natural, is to embrace the pain of being wrong, to feel it fully, to be very, very wrong and feel all of the discomfort that causes, and to suck every possible drop of learning out of each mistake. That's how growth happens. But if we frame our misfortune as the product of bad circumstances, then we have nothing to learn, and we live in a world of bad luck forever. Do you know anybody who seems to be never wrong about anything and yet constantly the victim of bad luck? Yeah, that's a person who probably isn't being honest with themselves. And someone like that isn't going to fit in well at Skookum, because we're wrong a lot, and all of us. And when we are wrong, we lean into the sting of being wrong and learn everything we possibly can from that experience, so that next time we can be less wrong. If you like this way of thinking about the world, there's a couple of books I'd recommend to you. Mindset, obviously, is a really good one about this subject. Another one that's maybe less well-known, but I think is a little better, is called Thinking in Bets, which is about decision-making with incomplete information, and about how to evaluate those decisions in retrospect, which requires a growth mindset. So both great reads. Check them out.